Today I'm in Bristol, more specifically the suburb of Redcliffe. Hidden away just off a main road is this small park. It's pretty unremarkable until you look around and see this little cave. It's called St John's Hermitage and was carved into the sandstone in the 14th century. In 1346, a hermit named John Sparks was employed by a rich Quaker named Thomas Lord Berkeley, and it was his job to live alone in this cave and pray for his master's soul, as well as those of his family members. Sparks wasn't the only hermit to take on this role, and several others also called this cave home up until the 17th century. Nowadays, it's filled with gravestones, which were originally out in this park area. That's because in 1665 this was a burial ground for Bristol's large Quaker population. The land was about double the size back then, and there was originally a 10th century hospital nearby, but it's believed that fell into ruin following the dissolution during Henry VIII's reign. The final burial was in 1923, by which time the ground was getting quite crowded, and so in the 1950s the Quakers donated the plot of land to Bristol City Council, which wanted to widen the road and make a roundabout. As such, the 177 headstones that could be salvaged were placed in the Hermit's Cave. The earliest one dates back to 1669, 4 years after burials first started here. Out of the deaths recorded on these stones, the oldest person was 99 years old, while the youngest was just 8 months. Just a side note, but when further road expansion took place in 1968, it resulted in the demolition of the world's first shot tower, which was just behind the burial ground. It was built in 1782 by a plumber named William Watts. He built a tower on top of his house and dug a shaft into the sandstone below. From the top of the tower, he would pour molten lead into the water below, therefore creating shot or pellets, which were and still are used in shotgun ammunition. Anyway, the St John's Hermitage is registered as a medieval monument, and the burial ground is now a public garden, which is looked after by a local community group.
It's a long way down.